it's good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.
Welcome back for one of the harder races on the card, and is race number 4 over 1,000 meters. And no surprise to see who is favourite, and that's number 5, Pantia. And the reason being that it's going to be Richard Fourie aboard. So this could be a false favourite, number 5, Pantia, as we have heard from Richard Fourie in the past. You just got to take note when he's on a horse. They are going to be a lot shorter, obviously, with him going for that Twatwa cut and riding a lot of horses that are well fancied. Here's a horse who comes into the contest with 4 runs on the poly, yet to place. Did improve last time when running back in 4th. Penultimate run, refused to jump. There's been a book of excuses for number 5, Pantia. So when it comes to race number 4, you can throw a blanket over the field. A horse like number 4, Fashion Mistress, at 3-1, quite short in the betting. But if you look at the earlier form, has some fair runs in the bank, and I can see a horse like number 4, Fashion Mistress, coming out. Now, Rahil, when you look at race number 4 over 1,000 meters, I've gone through the field and I've decided I'm going field in this race, because when you go through each and every runner, you can make a case for them, and there's also quite a few chinks in their armour.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, Sheldon. I think it is one of the tougher races on the card. I've tried to narrow my selections down to 3 horses in the place accumulator. I'm going with numbers 3, 4 and 7. I've included the stable companions here, that being Zulu Langa and Flying the Star. Flying the Star, I think she sets a standard in this race here, and I think that she could just be the horse to beat. She's a 4-time winner, a 2-time winner of a track and trip, and when you look at the race and how it's likely to be run, you get the indication that the race will be run to suit her, and she can turn it on nicely late on in the day. And I think that her being back on the poly track, given that she's shown a liking for the surface of reasons, I think is a positive. Michael Roberts seems to have her in a good space, and he's done well with her ever since taking over from Corinne Bestel. She's won a 3 over the distance, and Rachel gets a good tune out of her, so I think she'll be a big runner. Number 7, Flying the Star. Number 3, Zulu Langa. Now, I remember this filly in 3 starts back when she actually moved up to a point, and I thought she was going to surprise that day and run a huge race and possibly get into the top 3. And she just sort of had enough, and she ran 4th, beaten 3.5 lengths. But on a mark of 50 with Brevin Plyke, he's taking 4 kgs off the back. She's only got 49.5 to shoulder, and I wouldn't be surprised if they try sort of different tactics with her than they have in her last 3 starts and elect to go forward with her, because when she won at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, she was actually the leader that day with Keegan DeMello. So I think number 3, Zulu Langa, could be some nice value at around 10-1. And then number 4, Fashion Mistress. Well, she does return off a layoff, but I think she could be fit enough to do herself justice in this contest. She's run second to Vision of Will. She's run 3 lengths, certainly at her last start when taking on stronger. So I think with 57 kgs on the back, course and distance winner, I think that she could get involved as well. So 3, 4 and 7, the numbers that I'm going to be playing around. Number 7, the horse to beat, but I think number 3, Zulu Langa, could provide some value at 10-1.
I've got to agree with you. With 4 kilograms being taken off the back, number 3, Zulu Langa, you've mentioned those runs to date. And with that weight, you're going to press forward. And if the poly's running quick on the day, a horse like Zulu Langa at 10-1, you can't get hurt going each way from the draw. Yet to win on the poly, but I think a forward run is on the card. So in a wide open race, 10-1 about number 3, Zulu Langa. That could be the each way play in the contest. And then number 1, Puff of Smoke. This is a horse who's got the ability. And if number 1, Puff of Smoke, decides to run on the day, last time choked up at around 12 and 14-1, could be a nice swinger and exactor with number 3, Zulu Langa. But we're not sold on race number 4, so as wide as your budget will allow.
It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.